Namaskar, Namaste, good morning and good evening, my dear friends. A warm welcome to one and all of you, and I greet you, and I hope that you are in good health and strength, and all happiness and joy. Even otherwise, please do not be concerned much about the future, much about the present situation, because it's only going to make you feel worse. But try to find a solution, and how to find a solution, and that's a reason why we are going to or we are continuously conducting these kind of sessions. These are just not motivational speeches, but this has much to do with the nomenclatures of life, the problems in life, how to resolve, how to face it with all courage, how not to get intimidated. There are so many things that we are leaving behind, and many people are getting benefited. Share with more people whom you know, and let us build that hope together in the society. In our life, there should be only one objective, an important one. You and I got to be overcomers. Today, yet another day, yet another session, and yet another topic. What is the topic? The title of the topic is, what are the different types of people that you could identify in our society? There are so many people. The population is really huge. The world population is huge. You could divide people into five types of category. APPRH. This is how I have kind of entitled, and I will kind of abbreviate what is this acronym all about. APPRH. Five types of people. A stands for active, P stands for passive, another P stands for proactive, and R stands for reactive, and H stands for hyperactive. Okay, five different types of people, APPRH. Now we will go through this one by one, and that will help you to identify the plus and minus. Every type has got its own plus and minus, and you can always identify yourself where you belong, and you feel, you cherish and be happy if you feel that you have a lot of plus because of this type or categorical distinction. But if you have minus, that's also good news. Why? Because you have identified the weakness and you can overcome. Right? We all have shortcomings in life, so there is no big deal if you have errors in you, if you have mistakes, if you have certain shortcomings. Don't feel that guilty attitude. Right? You accept it and move on, find ways to move on and overcome. First category, active. Active people who belong to this active category are always the ones who will be planning ahead. They are the ones who can clearly foresee their dreams, their vision, their mission will be very realistic. Because why? Within their limits of capacity, strengths, and the finances and everything, within their limits, they know how to plan. And not only that, they will also be very good at taking risks, and they also will have a probability. Risk probability is there, right? They know how to measure the risks, and they will have a contingency plan. I'm using all corporate terms, but I think you will understand. Contingency plan is nothing but mitigation plan. They know how to mitigate if the risk is going to be severe. The severity level is critical or top, high, medium. You know that, right? Accordingly, they will have a plan B, plan C, plan D. Some people have plan Z also, right? Very active people. It's not that they are super intellectual. It's not that you should think them as gold medalists. They are from IIT and all that. Nothing like that. Just that they use their common sense, they use their civic sense, they use their, sometimes you need spiritual sense, what you learn from your doctrines. There are a lot of doctrines. Some people read Bhagavad Gita, some people read Bible, some people read Quran. No problem, right? All of them are going to only help to build you as a person. You need your spiritual sense, you will do things right. Right? I'm for it. I'm a spiritual person also. I like being spiritual. But if you're not spiritual, fine, at least use your common sense, right? And use your education also, what you learned, right, from your degree or from your school days and all that. Your teachers would have taught you the right things, right? Mannerism, behavioral pattern, and all that. All these things put together will help you to take the right decisions and plan ahead. Right? They're very good planners. Active people are very good planners, and they're very good at planning. Therefore they will not mess. Because why? They always have a plan B, and they will be very not and active people are also not very hasty. They will not very quick to react. They'll be good listeners and slow to talk, slow to speech. This is the nomenclature of an active person. I couldn't see much of minus in this category of people. Why? Because they are very, very, and I mean, cool head people, slow to react. They'll take enough time to judge the situation, assess the situation, and come to a conclusion. Not quick, immediately, not mailing people or calling somebody and blasting and all that. Very, very calm, right? Calm composure. They're very cool head, like Dhoni, right? Very good example always. I like that guy. Okay. Now I cannot see much minus. So we are talking with the superiority, the category, right? If you're not there, press hard towards that, category, and you will get there. You will become a kind of a type A person, active. APPRH. P stands for passive. They are exactly opposite to active category. Always negative. They will never be optimistic. They're a bunch of pessimists. And you have one pessimist in a big gang, he can be a spoil sport. He's like a viral infection. The guy can quickly demotivate 20 people in one attempt, or 30 people, or 100 people. Why? Because it's all about negativity. Even if he gets a promotion, I don't know how I will survive in that promotion. He won't say why they gave me the promotion, because he has that pride and all that. But then I don't know how I will survive in that promotion. Hey, the company believes you can definitely do well, and that's why they promoted you. Don't you believe in yourself? Likewise, anything good happens, right? Immediately they will find some negativity in that. Once there was a big piece of white cloth. In that, the professor had put in a black dot, which is visible, but not a big black dot, or just like a 1 millimeter or something like that, 1 millimeter in diameter. And he brought it in front of the class and he displayed it. Hey students, come here. Tell me what you see. All 10 out of 10 guys told this. You might have heard this already. We see a black dot. And nobody came and told, we see a big piece of white cloth. In that, yes, there is a black dot, right? The world is like that. They will be always looking for negativity. Why? Because of the pressures of the world, and there is a lot of hurry and rush, right? Because why? The world demands so much of supplies and changes and automations and all that. Why? Because nobody has got that passion, the patience, I'm sorry, many decades ago, to have that piece of that little coffee. You used to get the dry seeds. You will grind it, you powder it, decoction, and then you mix it in certain quantity and measures, and then you will have. Now it's instant coffee, right? You just throw that powder, coffee ready. Now instant machine has come. You just press one button, you have milk and coffee with sugar, or without sugar is also their option. It's all like automation, which is nice. I'm all for it. But then that has really built impatience in people. Not all things can be automated. Life cannot be automated. Your passion, your desires, your destiny, your mission, your vision. You need to wait for the right season, for the right timing. And that's a problem. All are instant coffee kind of things. And that's why this pessimism or pessimistic attitude has gone out of control these days. People have learned to start more of negativity, and more to do with the social media, right? I know speaking liberty, or speech liberty, is definitely needed. Everybody should have a platform to expose what they think of anything. That's nice. That's a great thing about Facebook and Twitter and so many other public media or social media. But that is also another thing that has built negativity, because instead of talking one positive things, they talk about 20 negative things. So what happens is, slowly the positivity heads towards the diminishing side, and the negativity gains more importance. And may it be politics, may it be religious matters, anything, right? It's more on the negative side. And that's why you see a lot of people ending up in this category, in this type B, that is passive category. And that's why everything, even some good things that happened in your life, in their lives also, they won't learn to appreciate. They will never learn to be thankful. They will never be grateful. And they will always be heading towards with some sort of fear, or they will be jittery, nail biting, anything. But you inquire and you ask them, what is your problem? You will not see a problem. There are millions of people who are dying without food, of starvation and hunger and poverty and all that. They live their lives much more happier than these kind of people who have everything. But there are tiny things, always they see that black spot. Third category of people. Hope you are with me, right? You are enjoying this conversation, no? Active, passive, proactive. Proactive people are tightly married or coupled with active people, but the only difference is proactive people are the ones who can already foresee the situation. Active people also can, because most of the active people only belong to this proactive category. They can foresee the situation in the sense what is going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what I want to become 20 years from now, when I have to retire, when I should not retire. All these questions they will have a answer, and they will be very very clear. And the people who belong to this proactive category, they will never be disturbed. You will never see them depressed, you will never see them in distress or disappointment or frustration. But does it mean that they have no problems? No, they have same sort bunch of problems as much as you and I have. But the thing is, they know how to handle the problem, they know how to ignore the problem, they know how to resist the problem, they know how to say no to certain failures which is going to bother them. Even if they don't get promotion for the next 10 years, they have no problem. Why? Because they are able to foresee already their vision, and they have taken certain contingency measures and planned things accordingly. And they also have a different planning if they get a bonus. For example, bonus in the sense, in case if they get promotion, then they, based on that, they calculate certain things. But what if they don't get promotion? That will be their planning. They'll plan in a very normal way. They won't plan based on, some people when they go for loan, right, they already calculate, okay, this year I'm going to get 5% hike, next year I'm going to get 10% hike, and based on which they get into loan. That's how they become bankrupt. That's how they are falling in debt. That's what you are not supposed to do. Today what you have, you consider only that much, right? And consider always a 0% hike every year, because anything greater than 0% is only going to help you, appreciate you. It's a bonus. Proactive people will always think like that. They are foreseers of everything, not overseeing, foreseeing, right? Able to foresee clearly and plan sensibly. And proactive and active category, they go hand in hand. The only difference is they are very good at foreseeing. You belong there, you're doing great, right? APP over active, passive, proactive. PPRH, reactive. Many people belong to this category. They react more than being proactive. People who wait for situations to come and strike them are the ones who are in this reactive category, which is still okay. At least you react. There are certain people who don't even react. Okay, so consider comparing to that kind of category, very lazy, sluggish. You shake them, you hang them upside down, nothing happens. Many people are there. Many people, they're like a spoiled sport. It's such a pain in the neck for their parents. Certain children, anything you tell them, people would even whack them. Some parents whack them. No, nothing doing. They have gone taken them for a psychiatric sessions, and many people are appointed. I mean, they're taken for counseling sessions. Nothing worked. I know many people. Some of my blood relatives and some of my friends' children, and so many things. Mischief. They call them as mischievous children. No, they are not mischievous. They are having a mental illness. You need to address that. That's all. Don't be too hard or harsh at them. They have a problem, and you need to address that. Okay. Now, compared to that kind of category, you are at least better, right? You're reacting. Now, what is better, being proactive or reactive? Always better to be proactive, right? Before a situation hits you, you strike the situation or be prepared to handle that situation. That's why you have a missile to missile attacking kind of instrument set up in all the borders. If somebody from Bangladesh or Pakistan is going to fire a missile, our Indian army is having an instrument readily waiting. There is a sensor. It is checking the radar every time, and each time it checks the radars. If there is a missile, if there is even a drone, it will attack. It's a counter attack. You got to be always a person with that kind of built up mechanism, and a proactive person than reactive. Because why? Before you are reactive, the situation has already created certain certain hurt, and it has instilled certain damages, right? And you need to, damage control mechanism is nothing but being proactive. But reactive is a person who will fix the damage, and you will spend some time in fixing the damage, and it is called as, it's part of reacting. And fixing the damage means what? Damage has already happened, you are under loss. You want to prevent the loss. Preventive measure is nothing but being proactive. And reactive is nothing but the damage has already taken place. You have lost something, and then you are fixing on top of it, which means double cost, right? All right, you understood is what I believe. Last one, hyperactive, very very dangerous category. People who belong to this hyperactive will be short tempered, impatient, hasty to decide, very quick to react, like a touch me not plant, very very sensitized. It's a very dangerous category. I only pity you if you belong to this category. You need to somehow walk yourself outside this category and fit yourself in any of this category. Even reactive category is better than hyperactive. Because why? A person who's reacting is very patient. He has admitted some of the losses he went through. He accepted the reality. But this hyperactive fellow will never accept the reality. Why? No patience, no sensation, no patience, and no maturity, right? And he will be living in his own world, or he or she will be living in their own world, and short tempered, very very quick, and like a hysteria patient. You can't handle them, and they'll be terror to certain families. Imagine if you have someone like that in your own family, and when they walk in your home, you'll be really terrified. So I think this is enough for an explanation, right? There are certain kids who are very hyperactive. You need to learn, you need to really coach them and mentor them right from that age, right? If I don't give this toy, is hyperactive, is breaking other 10 things. No, 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 don't look at what loss he is creating, but look at his life, look at his future. If you leave him like that, then it's going to be, if he is breaking some things in your home, it's fine. What if he's breaking the same things in the society or in the neighbor's home, or killing some certain hyperactive kids are the one who take the pistol and suddenly walk in their home, so at schools, and start firing at people. You keep hearing this kind of news, right? In US it happens. Here gun is not allowed, it's not permitted. There it's allowed. Therefore the guy takes the gun and starts firing at children, hyperactive kids. So you need to learn to handle that from the initial stages. All right, APPRH: active, passive, proactive, reactive, and hyperactive. Five types of people. You can have more categories, but this time I could only do this much, right? Please analyze this, understand the real who you are, and we have shared the plus and minuses in almost all the categories. Make the right decisions, and God bless you. Take care, and please subscribe if you have not. You will start receiving notifications, and share this channel details and videos with whomever you know, and it will only help to build others. We are here with an important responsibility to help each other, not only to me, right? It belongs to you also. We need to help each other as human beings. God bless you. Take care. Thank you very much for your time.